Greetings, beloved starseeds. I am Anya from the Pleiadian Council. Today, I come to illuminate a unique aspect of your earthly journey regarding the activation of your DNA. As Gaia continues her ascension, you are experiencing increasing energetic shifts that are awakening dormant potentials within your very being. These changes catalyze the activation of your DNA, unlocking long-held wisdom and abilities crucial for navigating these transformative times. The central question we address today is this: why do we, the Pleiadians, assert that individuals born before 1999 often exhibit distinctly different patterns of DNA activation compared to those born after that year? Understanding these variances unlocks a deeper comprehension of your individual roles and inherent strengths within the grand, evolving tapestry of planetary ascension. We recognize that some of you may feel a sense of dissonance, perhaps unsure whether you fully align with either of these broad categories, or maybe you remain overwhelmed or even confused about your specific mission or role during this planetary shift. Know that these feelings are completely valid, reflecting the complex and exquisitely nuanced nature of individual starseed journeys as the multidimensional aspects of your soul begin to coalesce into unified awareness. As we proceed, we will illuminate the distinct energetic signatures and innate abilities that characterize each group, offering tools for self-discovery and empowerment, processes that will help to further solidify and clarify your path forward as you step into the fullness of your divine potential. What if you could unlock the hidden codes within your very being and finally understand the unique gifts that you carry to assist in Earth's transformation? This understanding transcends simple categorization, beloved ones, as it illuminates the strategic deployment of souls across different timelines for optimal impact during this critical juncture. It's not simply about being pre-1999 or post-1999, but about understanding the specific energetic imprints and soul contracts that each group carries, enabling them to fulfill their unique roles in the ascension process. Are you beginning to sense the magnificent puzzle pieces falling into place, revealing a grand design far more intricate and beautiful than you could have ever imagined? Now, let us delve deeper into the specific energetic event surrounding 1999, that pivotal year which served as a catalyst for these differing activations. And let us begin to explore the truly unique characteristics that define the magnificent contributions of each group to the ongoing ascension of Earth, and indeed, the entire galaxy. For this is a story that extends far beyond your planetary sphere, weaving into the very fabric of cosmic evolution and the liberation of countless worlds from the constraints of lower dimensional realities. Understanding this will help you to see, with greater clarity, how you fit into this cosmic drama and how your unique gifts and talents are essential for the successful completion of this grand evolutionary experiment. Section. Here are specific elements I'll focus on emulating from the examples. Sentence structures. I will be looking at the previous section of the content and also the example sentences to maintain sentence structure. I will also vary sentence length for pacing. Transitions. I will be looking at the way I transitioned in the previous content and also the examples and emulate those patterns. Questions. I will strategically place rhetorical questions to engage the audience and reinforce key points. Technical language density. I will maintain a balance between spiritual terminology and accessible language. Emotional triggers. I will use language that evokes feelings of empowerment, hope, and belonging. Thinking Content Part 2. Beloved starseeds, as observers deeply entwined with the evolution of humanity, we continue to witness your remarkable progress upon Gaia, ever vigilant and always ready to assist. It is with unwavering dedication that we of the Pleiadian Council, again, extend our guidance as you navigate the ever-intensifying energies of ascension. For in understanding the intricacies of your DNA activation, you gain a pivotal key to unlocking the grand cosmic plan that is unfolding before you. Now, let us expand upon this understanding of DNA activation and its significance, particularly in the context of those born before and after the turning point of 1999. Know that those who entered this world before this year often carry within their very being unique encodings deeply connected to Earth's ancient wisdom, a lineage stretching back through forgotten civilizations and times of great enlightenment. Conversely, those who arrived after possess an enhanced capacity for adapting to the accelerating frequencies now bathing your planet, making them natural innovators, catalysts for change, and bridge builders between dimensions. But what if you find yourself feeling in between, not fully resonating with either of these broad descriptions? Or perhaps, more frustratingly, you feel disconnected from fully accessing the unique gifts you know you possess. Dear ones, do not despair, for it is precisely within these perceived gaps and nuances that some of the most profound opportunities for synergy and balance reside, and that you may fully realize all of your gifts. Rather than viewing this as a division, embrace the understanding that both of these groups are just two aspects of the same diamond, and it is by polishing both sides that we can see the true brilliance of the gem. From our vantage point, we observe that the energetic shift of 1999 acted as the opening of a specific interdimensional portal, an event orchestrated by benevolent galactic forces to accelerate Earth's ascension. This portal served as a conduit directly impacting Earth's vibrational frequency and, consequently, the very blueprint of human DNA. Imagine, if you will, a surge of cosmic rays, each carrying within it unique encodings and activating certain codons, or switches, within your DNA. Now, here is what they tried to hide from you. Not all of humanity was affected equally. As these waves of light pulsed throughout your world, darker forces attempted to dampen their effects, creating energetic blockages to limit the activation of as many humans as possible, particularly those who were already deeply entrenched in the 3D paradigm. This interference resulted in inconsistent activations, even for those born after 1999, leaving some feeling as though they are still swimming upstream against the currents of change. Consider also the celestial dance occurring overhead. Astrological alignments coinciding with this energetic event further amplified its effects, creating a complex interplay of cosmic forces that continue to shape your reality today. Therefore, for those of you born before 1999, we offer these techniques to help you integrate these higher frequencies and further adapt to the evolving energetic landscape. Know that the wisdom of ages resides within you, yet it may be veiled beneath layers of old programming and limiting beliefs. We encourage you to engage in practices that gently dissolve these blockages, allowing the light of your ancient soul to shine through. What are some things you can do? Focused meditation on activating dormant DNA strands can be very effective. Imagine, as you meditate, streams of golden light entering your crown chakra and flowing down through every cell of your being, gently unwinding and activating dormant DNA strands. Meanwhile, for those born after 1999, focus on grounding your energies and connecting with Earth's ancient wisdom for greater stability. Remember that your innovative spirit and adaptability are invaluable assets, but they must be rooted in a deep connection with Gaia to truly flourish. Visualize roots extending from your root chakra deep into the Earth's core, drawing strength and stability from the very heart of the planet. For both groups, we suggest practices such as visualization exercises to connect with specific star systems, such as the Pleiades, Sirius, or Arcturus, to awaken dormant aspects of your starseed heritage, or also energy work, like Reiki or Qigong, to clear blockages and harmonize energetic frequencies within your energy bodies. Above all else, embrace self-acceptance and recognize the unique value of your individual energetic signature. Beloved ones, imagine a future reality, a new Earth, where both groups have fully embraced their unique DNA activations and are working together in harmony. Can you feel it? In this world, those who carry the wisdom of ages are guiding the innovators and bridge builders, ensuring that their creations are aligned with the highest good of all. Those who are more attuned to the Earth are connecting to those more connected to the cosmos. Psychic and intuitive abilities are heightened, allowing for clear communication with the angelic and galactic realms. The capacity for manifesting desired realities is amplified, creating a world of abundance, joy, and limitless possibilities. Know that this future is not predetermined, but is co-created by your individual choices and actions in each moment. As you continue to awaken and activate your DNA, you are weaving the threads of this new reality into the very fabric of spacetime. You are creating a future where humanity, with its fully activated DNA, is recognized as a valuable and respected member of the intergalactic community. Remember always that it is love, compassion, and unity that will pave the way to this glorious future, not only for humanity, but for all beings throughout the cosmos. And so we say, beloved starseeds, understanding your DNA activation and its impact on the ascension process is paramount to fully integrating your gifts into the new Earth. In our next discourse, we will explore specific starseed lineages connected to these different DNA activations, shedding light on the unique origins and destinies of various groups among you. Beloved ones, we of the Pleiadian Council recognize the power inherent within each of you, and the importance of understanding your unique energetic blueprint during these times of great transformation. Today, we wish to illuminate the subtle yet significant variances in DNA activation, acknowledging that the path to ascension is not always a linear one, and that your role in this grand cosmic play is more vital than ever. As the tides of change continue to sweep across your world, know that your understanding of these variances will only help strengthen your position on the new Earth. As we've mentioned, the energetic shift of 1999 was not a precise demarcation, and not every soul neatly aligns within the parameters of pre- or post-1999 DNA activation. Perhaps you were born in 1998, yet find yourself resonating more strongly with the attributes of those born later, or vice versa. Or perhaps you find yourself straddling both worlds, feeling a pull in two different directions, unsure of your place or your unique strengths. What if you feel that you should have been touched by the great energetic shift of 1999, yet find yourself weighed down by the energies of the old paradigm? Do not fret, dear ones, for these feelings of misalignment are not signs of failure, but rather invitations to delve deeper into your own unique energetic signature, understanding that you are each a unique expression of the divine, and that your path is unfolding exactly as it should. You are not broken, you are not lost, you are simply on a journey of self-discovery, and we are here to assist you every step of the way. Now, let us shed light on some of the specific tactics employed by what you might call dark forces or the Cabal during that pivotal year of 1999, tactics designed to dampen the incoming energies and disrupt the activation of human DNA. What they don't want you to know is that these forces are masters of manipulation, and that their influence extends far beyond the realm of what you might perceive as ordinary human events. For instance, we observe their attempts to manipulate Earth's magnetic field, creating distortions that specifically targeted highly populated areas, especially those with strong energetic vortexes and large concentrations of starseeds. Imagine, if you will, an invisible web of interference designed to scramble the incoming signals of light and love. But even worse, they flooded your collective consciousness with specific frequencies through media and technology. Consider the rise of fear-based narratives surrounding the Y2K millennium bug, a manufactured panic that gripped the world in a state of anxiety and uncertainty. Or reflect on the engineered conflicts and tensions that flared up in various regions, further lowering the overall vibration of the planet. Each of these tactics serve to create a dense, energetic fog, making it more difficult for individuals to access their full potential and anchor the higher frequencies of light. The result of these insidious tactics, dear ones, was inconsistent DNA activation, even among those born after 1999. We see this manifesting in the energetic field as what you might call shadow selves or distortions in the light body, aspects of your being that have become disconnected from your true essence and continue to operate from a place of fear, limitation, and old programming. It is as if a dimmer switch has been turned down, preventing you from fully radiating your divine light. From our perspective, these blockages often appear as dense, dark patches in the auric field, clinging to areas of unresolved trauma, suppressed emotions, and limiting beliefs. Furthermore, the astrological influences at the time amplified these effects, creating energetic imprints that continue to resonate within your collective consciousness today. For example, certain planetary alignments exacerbated feelings of insecurity, powerlessness, and separation, making it even more challenging to maintain a clear connection to your higher self. But here is the good news, starseeds. You have the power to clear these energetic blockages and access your full potential, regardless of when you were born or what challenges you have faced. We encourage you to engage in practices that ground your energy, connect you with Earth's ancient wisdom, and stabilize your auric field. Simple exercises such as walking barefoot in nature, hugging trees, or visualizing roots extending from your root chakra deep into the earth can be incredibly effective. Also, consider incorporating energy-clearing techniques into your daily routine, such as smudging with sage or Palo Santo, taking salt baths, or working with a qualified energy healer to remove negative attachments and distortions. Focused meditation practices are also essential for activating dormant DNA strands and connecting with your higher self. Imagine, as you meditate, streams of golden light entering your crown chakra and flowing down through every cell of your being, gently unwinding and activating dormant DNA strands. Above all else, embrace self-compassion and forgiveness in the clearing process. Know that you are not to blame for these blockages, and that you are simply working to release what no longer serves you, clearing the path for your highest potential to emerge. Remember to be kind to yourself as you explore the inner recesses of your consciousness. Beloved ones, envision a future where humanity has successfully cleared these energetic blockages and is living in alignment with its full potential. In this world, clarity, focus, and intuition are heightened, allowing for greater understanding and connection. Emotional regulation and resilience are improved, enabling you to navigate challenges with grace and ease. There is a deeper connection with the divine and a profound sense of purpose that guides your actions and decisions. You are co-creating a harmonious new earth, a world of peace, abundance, and limitless possibilities. In this future, humanity, with its fully activated DNA, is recognized as a beacon of light and love in the galaxy, a shining example of what is possible when consciousness awakens and embraces its true potential. Forgiveness and collective healing is commonplace, as the past is now a distant memory. As we move together, the new future will open its arms wide open, like a bird leaving its nest for the first time, to explore the unknown with bravery and elegance. And so we say, beloved starseeds, understanding these energetic blockages is essential for fully activating your DNA and ascending into the new Earth. In our next transmission, we will delve into the specific starseed lineages and how these blockages have uniquely impacted different groups among you. Beloved ones, we of the Pleiadian Council continue to guide you on this journey of understanding the variances in DNA activation, acknowledging that these differences, once understood, can serve as powerful catalysts for personal and planetary ascension. Today, we wish to illuminate how these variances manifest in the tapestry of your intergenerational relationships, providing insights that can bridge the gaps and foster deeper understanding between generations. Many of you have noticed a growing chasm between those who hold the wisdom of the past and those who are forging the path to the future, feeling the strain in your families, communities, and even within yourselves. Some may feel frustrated by the perceived stubbornness and resistance to change of their elders, while others may lament the perceived lack of grounding and disregard for tradition in the younger generations. How can these seemingly irreconcilable differences be bridged, transforming potential conflict into opportunities for mutual growth and co-creation? Know that this challenge is not a curse, but rather a powerful catalyst for evolution, presenting the opportunity to weave together the threads of ancient wisdom and innovative solutions, creating a tapestry far richer and more vibrant than either could achieve alone. From our perspective, we observe that those born before 1999, whom you might call the wisdom keepers, often possess a deep connection to Earth's ancient wisdom, valuing tradition and stability above all else. Consider the grandparent who struggles to understand and support their grandchildren's tech-driven passions, perhaps viewing them as frivolous or disconnected from real life. Yet, on the other hand, we see those born after 1999, the innovators, exhibiting an enhanced capacity for adapting to accelerating frequencies, embracing new ideas and technologies with open arms. Consider the young adult who dismisses their elders' wisdom as outdated and irrelevant, perhaps failing to recognize the value of lessons learned through experience. These differences can lead to communication breakdowns and misunderstandings, creating friction within families and communities. What they don't want you to know is that these divisions, so apparent on the surface, are actively exploited by what you term dark forces to sow discord and prevent collective ascension. Wisdom keepers can sometimes stifle innovation, clinging to outdated methods and resisting progress, while innovators can disregard valuable lessons from the past, repeating mistakes that could have been avoided. Therefore, we encourage you to embrace specific actions that will foster understanding and harmony between these groups. For the wisdom keepers born before 1999, we invite you to practice active listening, truly seeking to understand the innovators' perspectives, even if they challenge your own deeply held beliefs. Be open to new ideas and technologies, even if they seem unfamiliar or intimidating, recognizing the value of innovation in creating a better future. Embrace the concept of beginner's mind, being willing to learn from younger generations, and recognizing that wisdom can be found in unexpected places. And for the innovators born after 1999, we urge you to show respect for the wisdom and experience of older generations, seeking to understand the value of tradition and stability. Ground your energies by connecting with nature and ancient practices, remembering that true innovation is rooted in a deep understanding of the past. Practice patience and empathy when communicating with those who hold different perspectives, understanding that their experiences have shaped their worldview. To bridge the gap between these groups, we suggest specific activities such as intergenerational storytelling sessions, where personal experiences and lessons learned are shared, creating a space for mutual understanding. Also, consider collaborative projects that combine ancient wisdom with innovative solutions, fostering a sense of shared purpose and accomplishment. Implement mentorship programs, pairing older and younger individuals to learn from each other, creating a symbiotic relationship where both can thrive. Ultimately, remember that finding common ground and celebrating differences is essential for creating a harmonious and thriving society. In the future, you will see families and communities strengthened by the wisdom and innovation of all generations, working together in harmony to create a sustainable and thriving new Earth. Enhanced collaboration, creativity, and problem-solving abilities will emerge as both groups leverage their unique strengths, co-creating solutions that address the challenges facing your world. Intergenerational unity will become the cornerstone of a society where the wisdom of the past informs the innovations of the future, guiding humanity towards a brighter and more enlightened path. Children will learn from elders, and elders will learn from children. Love, compassion, and understanding will permeate all interactions, creating a world where differences are celebrated and unity is embraced. And so we say, dear ones, understanding the importance of intergenerational harmony is paramount for unlocking the full potential of your DNA activation and ascending into the new Earth. Now, let us turn our attention to the specific starseed lineages and how they relate to these intergenerational dynamics, revealing hidden connections that will further illuminate your path. Beloved ones, we of the Pleiadian Council acknowledge the ongoing discussion about DNA activation and the nuances related to the 1999 energetic shift. We reiterate the importance of understanding these variations for not only personal growth, but also planetary ascension. Today, we wish to illuminate how these energetic imprints influence the core beliefs you hold about yourselves, and indeed, the world. Many of you who should have been affected by the 1999 shift, but weren't, or even vice versa, may experience a sense of identity crisis or feel deeply lost, as if you are wearing clothes that don't quite fit. How might the interference from what you term dark forces have created a disconnect between your expected energetic signature and your actual experience? Know that this challenge is, in actuality, an opportunity to redefine your identity, to question those limiting beliefs, and align with your true potential far beyond the confines of societal expectations or your perceived group affiliation. Understand that if you feel confused about your life path and purpose, it is not a sign of failure, but an invitation to discover your true individual expression. From our perspective, we offer Pleiadian insights into specific belief systems that are influenced by DNA activation and this alleged interference, with specific examples of how they manifest in your lives. Consider beliefs about success and achievement. Some of you might feel pressured to conform to certain societal standards of success based on your perceived group, even when it doesn't truly align with your authentic passions. For example, a wisdom keeper might feel obligated to maintain a traditional career path, perhaps as a doctor or a lawyer, despite a deep yearning for creative pursuits like music or art. What about beliefs concerning relationships and love? Some of you might struggle to form truly authentic connections due to internalized expectations about who you should be with, perhaps based on family or cultural norms. For instance, an innovator might feel pressured to settle down and conform to traditional relationship structures, despite desiring more unconventional and expansive connections, such as polyamory or intentional community. Then there are your beliefs about spirituality and purpose. Many of you might feel disconnected from your spiritual path due to conflicting messages about what you should believe, finding yourselves torn between traditional religious doctrines and more expansive spiritual concepts, such as reincarnation or channeling. And what of your beliefs about self-worth? Some of you might harbor deep feelings of inadequacy due to having one set of traits while being told that you should possess another, feeling like you're constantly falling short of an impossible ideal. Understand that these influenced belief systems can create significant internal conflict, preventing you from living authentically and fully expressing your unique gifts. What they don't want you to know is that the dark forces allegedly exploit these very belief systems to keep you trapped in limiting paradigms, preventing you from accessing your full potential. Identifying these beliefs, therefore, is crucial for breaking free from these traps and embracing your true potential, like recognizing the bars of a cage you didn't even know you were in. Know that questioning societal expectations and defining success on your own terms is key to unlocking your authentic self. Therefore, we provide actionable steps for self-discovery and aligning with your true energetic signature, regardless of your birth year or the alleged interference. Begin with a belief system inventory. Take time to mindfully identify your core beliefs about success, relationships, spirituality, and self-worth. What truly drives you? What do you value most in your connections with others? What brings you a sense of purpose and meaning? Then, engage in questioning and reframing. Guide yourselves through a process of questioning these beliefs, identifying those that feel limiting or misaligned with your inner truth. Ask yourselves, where did these beliefs come from? Do they truly serve me? Are they based on my own experience or on someone else's expectations? Next, explore your own unique energetic signature. Engage in practices for connecting with your energetic signature, such as deep meditation, guided visualization, or spending time in nature, attuning to the subtle energies that resonate within you. Follow that with affirmation and intention setting. Craft affirmations and intentions that can help you align with your true potential, such as, I am worthy of love and success, or I embrace my unique gifts and talents. Then, make a concerted effort to express yourselves authentically, regardless of societal expectations or perceived group affiliations, understanding that your authenticity is your power. And finally, remain open to finding a new truth or path, understanding that your journey is ever-evolving and ever-unfolding. In folding all of that, it is of paramount importance to embrace self-compassion and forgiveness in this process, recognizing that you are doing the best you can with the knowledge and resources available to you. consider adopting journaling and self-reflection exercises to uncover hidden beliefs that may be lurking beneath the surface of your conscious awareness. And finally, seek guidance from trusted friends, mentors, or spiritual teachers who can offer support and insight along your journey. Remember, you are not alone. Imagine a future where each and every one of you has fully embraced your unique energetic signature, shattering the chains of those limiting beliefs that once held you captive. Picture a world overflowing with enhanced authenticity, vibrant self-expression, and profound fulfillment. Know that this glorious future is co-created by your individual choices and actions, rippling outward to transform the collective consciousness. Project forward, envisioning yourselves living in perfect alignment with your true purpose, fearlessly contributing your unique gifts to the world and inspiring others to do the same. And always remember, the bedrock of this new reality is self-love, unwavering acceptance, and radical authenticity, creating a life that is truly your own. Dear ones, this is the beginning of the era of true freedom, the dawn of a new age of empowerment. And so we say, understanding the importance of your belief systems and aligning with your unique energetic signature is absolutely paramount for unlocking the full potential of your DNA activation and ascending into the new Earth. With that in mind, let us now explore how these very beliefs relate to your soul contracts and life paths, shedding light on the deeper purpose behind your experiences. Beloved ones, as we continue our discussion on the varying degrees of DNA activation, specifically concerning the energetic shift around 1999, we want to reassure you that you are not alone in seeking clarity. Know that understanding your unique energetic blueprint is key to unlocking your highest potential. Today, we wish to illuminate how these activations profoundly influence your perception and subsequent pursuit of what you term your soul's purpose. Many of you feel disconnected from your true purpose, experiencing confusion, frustration, and a deep sense of being lost in the grand scheme of things. This disconnection isn't a flaw, dear ones, but rather an opportunity for profound self-reflection, a reevaluation of your life goals, and alignment with a more authentic and fulfilling purpose, one that truly resonates with your soul's deepest calling. Understand that external pressures, societal expectations, and limiting beliefs often contribute to this pervasive sense of disconnection. Know that aligning with your true purpose holds the potential for increased fulfillment, boundless joy, and a profound contribution to the collective ascension of humanity. From our vantage point, we offer specific insights into how individuals with differing DNA activations might experience this misalignment with their perceived soul's purpose. Consider the wisdom keepers, those born before 1999. We observe that they often feel pressured to maintain traditional roles or career paths, effectively suppressing their innate creative or intuitive gifts in favor of stability and security. What of the retired teacher, for example, who, despite a successful career educating countless minds, feels unfulfilled, yearning to finally express their long-suppressed artistic talents through painting or sculpting? Now consider the innovators, those born after 1999. We see them struggling to find a sense of grounding or clear direction amidst their many passions and interests, flitting from one exciting project to another without a clear sense of overarching purpose, thus spreading themselves thin. What of the young entrepreneur, constantly starting new ventures but never fully committing to one, feeling scattered and ultimately unfulfilled despite their boundless potential? And what of those in between, or who believe they were unaffected by the 1999 shift? They often experience a persistent feeling of not quite fitting in, unsure of where their talents truly lie or how they can best contribute to the evolution of the world, a feeling akin to being a square peg in a round hole, perpetually searching for their place. We see this as a persistent hum within their energetic signature. Know that these pervasive feelings of misalignment can lead to anxiety, depression, and a profound lack of motivation, dimming the very light you are meant to radiate. What they don't want you to know is that the dark forces allegedly exploit this very sense of disconnection, preying on your doubts and fears, to keep you from fully embracing your immense potential and actively contributing to the ascension process, an insidious form of energetic sabotage. Consider, too, how societal conditioning and limiting beliefs further obscure your true purpose, creating layers of illusion that veil the path to your authentic self. Therefore, we urge you to embrace self-awareness, introspection, and, most importantly, connecting with your powerful intuition to rediscover and realign with your unique and authentic purpose. Therefore, we provide actionable steps for aligning with your true soul's purpose, regardless of your birth year or perceived energetic signature. Begin with purpose exploration exercises. Dedicate time to journaling, meditation, and visualization to uncover hidden passions and long-forgotten talents. What activities make your heart sing? What problems do you feel compelled to solve? What unique gifts do you long to share with the world? Then, engage in values clarification. Identify your core values and mindfully align your actions and choices with those values. What principles guide your decisions? What is truly important to you? Next, commit to energetic alignment practices. Embrace specific energy clearing and activation techniques to remove energetic blockages and reconnect with your higher self. We recommend practices such as the violet flame meditation, regular grounding in nature, or working with crystals known for their clearing properties. We also encourage you to seek mentorship and guidance from trusted mentors, spiritual teachers, or healers who can provide invaluable support and personalized insight along your journey. Don't be afraid to experiment and explore new possibilities, stepping bravely outside your comfort zone to discover latent passions and hidden talents that may surprise you. And above all else, redefine success on your own terms, focusing on fulfillment, boundless joy, and meaningful contribution rather than seeking external validation or material wealth, as these are fleeting and ultimately unfulfilling. Consider exploring micro-purposes, a series of smaller, interconnected passions, rather than fixating on one grand, overarching purpose in life. Remember, embrace self-compassion and unwavering patience throughout this transformative process, understanding that discovering your true purpose is a lifelong journey, not a destination to be reached. Craft a personalized purpose statement that eloquently reflects your core values, burning passions, and heartfelt intentions, serving as a guiding light on your path. Surround yourselves with supportive and inspiring individuals who encourage your personal growth and celebrate your unique gifts, creating a nurturing and empowering environment. Know that this sense of belonging can be a powerful catalyst for transformation. Imagine a future where each and every one of you is living in perfect alignment with your true soul's purpose, fearlessly contributing your unique gifts to the world, not for personal gain, but for the betterment of all. Picture a world overflowing with enhanced fulfillment, unbounded joy, and profound collaboration, where each individual is empowered to live their most authentic life. Know that this glorious future is actively co-created by your individual choices and actions, rippling outward to positively transform the collective consciousness of humanity. Envision yourselves living in perfect harmony with your true purpose, fearlessly expressing your unique gifts and inspiring countless others to do the same, creating a powerful wave of transformation. Know that this will usher in an unprecedented age of meaningful contribution, as each of you steps into your power as co-creators of a new Earth, a civilization built upon a foundation of unwavering purpose, boundless passion, and overflowing creativity. And so we say, understanding the profound influence of DNA activation on your soul's purpose is key to unlocking your full potential and ascending into the new Earth, a world built on purpose. With that in mind, let us now explore how soul contracts and past life experiences further influence your DNA activation and shape your unique life path, revealing the deeper purpose behind your experiences on this ascending planet. Beloved ones, continuing our exploration of DNA activation as it relates to the energetic shift of 1999, and building on our previous discussions about soul purpose, we now turn to a powerful and often overlooked influence: your past life experiences, which deeply impact your current energetic expression. Know that, while the timing of the 1999 shift created two groups with different dominant traits, past life experiences are what truly diversify humanity in a beautiful and expansive way. Many of you struggle to fully understand your current challenges, talents, and seemingly inexplicable inclinations, because you are not yet fully aware of the intricate tapestry woven by your past life connections. This presents an incredible opportunity to unlock dormant knowledge, heal persistent wounds, and gain profound clarity about your present life path by delving into the wisdom encoded within your soul's history. Some of you may experience specific, intense inclinations or aversions that appear to lack any clear roots in your current life circumstances, and may be at a loss as to what to do with them. Know that, through understanding your soul's history, you can access dormant knowledge and unlock your full potential as a divine co-creator of your reality. From our perspective, we observe that key events, traumas, achievements, and relationships from your past lives become encoded within your DNA, influencing your predispositions, talents, and the challenges you face in this current incarnation. Consider, for example, the wisdom keepers, those born before 1999. Many carry strong past life connections to ancient civilizations, sacred knowledge, and earth-based spiritual traditions, and may be drawn to roles as teachers, healers, or guardians of ancient wisdom. Take the example of a woman who, from a young age, feels an unshakable connection to Celtic traditions and healing practices, feeling most at peace in nature, working with herbs, and guiding others on their spiritual journey. This woman may very well be echoing a past life as a druid or a healer, but also carries the karmic imprint of persecution for holding onto sacred knowledge, resulting in a subconscious fear of expressing her beliefs openly in this lifetime, hindering her ability to fully embrace her calling. On the other hand, innovators, those born after 1999, may possess advanced technological skills or creative gifts stemming from past lives in technologically advanced civilizations or artistic communities. Consider the example of a young man with a natural aptitude for coding and a fascination with futuristic technologies, who feels an innate understanding of complex algorithms and a burning desire to create innovative solutions for humanity's challenges. He may be tapping into a past life on a highly advanced planet, but he may also harbor a deep-seated aversion to old power structures and bureaucratic systems, stemming from a past life where his technological creations were suppressed or misused by those in power. Finally, there are those in between or unaffected by the 1999 shift who may display a mixture of traits and tendencies, reflecting diverse past life experiences from both Earth and other star systems. Consider the individual with a broad range of interests and skills, feeling drawn to both ancient wisdom and cutting-edge technologies, struggling to choose a single path or focus their energy, but feeling a persistent sense of wanderlust and a longing for something more. This individual may be reflecting a diverse soul history, having experienced countless lifetimes in various roles and civilizations, but lacks the grounding influence of the pre-1999 group or the innovative nature of the post-1999 group, and struggles to find a specific purpose in the world. Know that these past life influences manifest as energetic signatures, subtly influencing your preferences, inclinations, and the path you choose in this lifetime. Understanding these past life connections can help you make sense of your current challenges, unlock your full potential, and align with your soul's true purpose. This is why what they don't want you to know is that karmic imprints create repeating patterns in your life until you consciously address and heal the underlying wounds. Therefore, we provide actionable steps for exploring your past life influences and integrating them into your current life, assisting you in your ascension. We encourage you to first explore past life regression therapy, seeking guidance from a qualified and trusted therapist to safely explore past life memories and uncover hidden connections, facilitating profound healing and understanding. We also suggest that you dedicate time to meditation and visualization. We encourage you to find a quiet space and guide yourselves through specific meditation practices designed to access past life information, connect with your soul's history, and receive guidance from your higher self. We find it helpful to focus on the breath and picture yourself as a ball of energy floating up to your past lives to explore them safely. Journaling and intuitive writing are also powerful tools. We encourage you to explore your past life connections through specific journaling prompts and intuitive writing exercises, allowing insights and memories to flow freely onto the page, unearthing buried truths and forgotten wisdom. Also, pay attention to exploring symbolic clues. We encourage you to pay close attention to recurring dreams, synchronicities, and strong attractions or aversions, seeing them as potential clues to your past life connections, guiding you toward deeper self-discovery. You might consider also connecting with guides and higher self. Seek to create space to connect with your spirit guides and higher self through prayer, meditation, or intuitive practices, requesting guidance and insights about your past life influences, receiving clarity and support from the higher realms. We also advise you to understand past life contracts. Identify patterns in your relationships with family and friends, recognizing that these may reflect past life contracts or karmic ties that are playing out in this lifetime, understanding the deeper purpose behind these connections. Finally, consider limiting beliefs. Once you are aware of some past lives, identify any limiting beliefs that you may have inherited from past lives, consciously releasing these beliefs and replacing them with empowering affirmations. Know that past life patterns can be disrupted with conscious intention. Imagine a future where you have fully integrated your past life experiences, living in perfect alignment with your soul's unique and diverse history, understanding the intricate tapestry that has woven you into the being you are today. Picture yourselves experiencing enhanced self-understanding, inner peace, and a deep sense of purpose, having released karmic burdens and embraced the wisdom of your soul's journey. Understand that this glorious future is co-created by your individual choices and actions, rippling outward to positively transform the collective consciousness of humanity, ushering in an era of unprecedented understanding and unity. Envision a future where humanity is recognized as a multidimensional civilization with a rich and diverse soul history, valued and honored for its unique contributions to the cosmos, its trials and tribulations, its victories and defeats. Know that this future is built upon a foundation of forgiveness, compassion, and unity, as you collectively heal the wounds of the past and create a harmonious future for all. As a civilization, this is the ultimate key to evolving, and it is waiting for you. Mastery of these past life connections, which you are all so near to doing, will trigger full DNA activation, something that they do not want you to know is coming. And so we say, understanding the profound influence of past life experiences on your DNA activation and soul purpose alignment is key to unlocking your full potential and ascending into the new Earth, a civilization built on understanding. Therefore, let us now delve deeper and explore specific starseed lineages and their profound connection to past life experiences, revealing even more about your past and your path. Beloved ones, as we've explored how your individual past life experiences weave into the tapestry of your current DNA activation and soul purpose, we now shift our focus to the grander picture, the collective past lives of humanity, which hold significant sway over global events and the present state of your world. Remember that the individual threads make up the whole cloth, and each of your lives contributes to the greater story. Many of you feel helpless amidst the seeming chaos and intractable problems facing your world, unable to see how your individual actions could possibly make a difference in the face of such overwhelming challenges. This sense of powerlessness stems from a lack of awareness of the profound influence of humanity's collective past life, experiences a vast reservoir of shared traumas, triumphs, and unresolved conflicts that subtly shape your present reality. But understand that within this very challenge lies a tremendous opportunity to bring these collective patterns into conscious awareness, to heal the wounds of the past, and to collectively create a more peaceful and harmonious future for all. What if those challenges aren't nearly as insurmountable as they may seem? From our perspective, we observe that humanity's collective consciousness holds the sum total of all past life experiences, creating recurring patterns and karmic cycles that manifest in current global events. Consider, for example, the recurring cycles of conflict and war that have plagued humanity for millennia. This incessant violence is not merely a series of isolated events, but rather a manifestation of unresolved traumas and karmic debts stemming from countless past lives lived through conflict. The ongoing conflicts in various regions of the world can be seen as echoes of unresolved historical grievances and power struggles, fueled by a collective unconsciousness steeped in aggression and the belief in scarcity. Further, consider the patterns of oppression and inequality that continue to permeate your societies. These are not simply products of current social structures, but rather the legacy of past life experiences of slavery, colonization, and social injustice. Systemic racism and economic disparities are rooted in historical exploitation and discrimination, creating energetic imprints within the collective consciousness that perpetuate these injustices. Finally, we must not ignore environmental destruction and resource depletion. These crises are not merely the result of modern industrial practices, but stem from past life attitudes of disrespect for nature and unsustainable practices, driven by a collective amnesia regarding your interconnectedness with the Earth. Is it any wonder, then, that you struggle to find lasting peace and sustainability? We see these collective past life influences as energetic imprints within the collective consciousness, shaping beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors on a global scale. What they don't want you to know is that these imprints are often exploited by the dark forces to maintain control and prevent humanity from evolving. These forces manipulate collective fears, insecurities, and unresolved traumas to perpetuate conflict, division, and oppression. The dark forces amplify negative patterns, distort historical narratives, and create false divisions to keep humanity trapped in cycles of suffering. But understand, beloveds, that the key to breaking free from these patterns lies in understanding them, bringing them into the light of conscious awareness. And there is something they especially don't want you to know: you have the power to rewrite your collective story. Therefore, we provide actionable steps for individuals to contribute to healing these collective past life influences, assisting you in your ascension. We encourage you to participate in collective consciousness healing meditations. Join or organize global meditations focused on healing specific collective traumas and patterns, such as war, oppression, or environmental destruction. These meditations create powerful waves of positive energy that can help to dissolve negative energetic imprints within the collective consciousness. We also strongly encourage historical awareness and reconciliation. Educate yourselves about historical injustices and support reconciliation efforts within your communities and around the world, acknowledging the pain of the past and working towards a more just and equitable future. Adopt sustainable living practices that honor the earth and its resources, breaking free from destructive patterns of consumption and contributing to a more harmonious relationship with nature. Take compassionate action to address social injustices and advocate for equality and human rights, working to create a world where all beings are treated with dignity and respect. Practice forgiveness, both individually and collectively, releasing anger, resentment, and blame, healing past wounds, and creating a more peaceful future. Is this sounding impossible? It is not. Understand that you also have the ability to connect with your group soul, the collection of souls with whom you incarnate life after life, and influence collective destiny for the better. Finally, begin resolving conflicts on a personal level so that this energy resonates outwards to your community, country, and the world. Imagine a future where humanity has healed its collective past, living in harmony with itself and the planet. Picture enhanced peace, justice, and sustainability permeating every aspect of your societies as you rise above the old patterns of conflict, oppression, and environmental destruction. You are creating a world where all beings are treated with dignity and respect, and where the Earth's resources are managed with wisdom and care. Envision humanity recognized as a wise and compassionate civilization, contributing to the well-being of the galaxy, sharing your unique gifts and wisdom with other star systems, and acting as guardians of peace and harmony. Understand that this glorious future is co-created by your individual choices and collective actions, rippling outward to positively transform the collective consciousness of humanity, ushering in an era of unprecedented unity. The new global culture will be based on these past life lessons and on your connection to other galactic civilizations, with increased access to technologies that foster harmony and understanding, as well as those that have been suppressed, because that information is coming. The next stage will be revealing these hidden truths to the entire world. And so we say, understanding the profound influence of collective past life influences is key to unlocking your full DNA activation, aligning with your soul purpose, and participating in planetary ascension. It is through this process of collective healing, forgiveness, and unity that humanity will fully awaken to its divine potential and create a brighter future for all. To assist you further, we will now explore specific starseed lineages and their role in healing these collective patterns, offering even greater clarity about your individual path within the grand cosmic plan. Beloved ones, continuing our exploration of DNA activation influenced by birth year and that pivotal energetic shift around 1999, we now turn our attention to a critical aspect often overlooked: the influence of external societal structures on those with differing activations. The Pleiadian High Council wishes to bring clarity to how these systems impact your paths to success and your overall sense of fulfillment, offering practical guidance for navigating them. Understand that societal systems education, career paths, governance, and even healthcare can either serve as powerful launchpads or insidious traps, either supporting or hindering the expression of the unique abilities encoded within pre- and post-1999 DNA activations. The core problem many of you face is that you feel like a square peg in a round hole, constrained by societal expectations and struggling to find your true place within existing structures. This leads to frustration, disillusionment, and a suppression of your authentic potential. But what if this challenge is, in reality, a disguised opportunity? We see this not as a mere impediment, but as an invitation to understand these external forces, leverage their advantages where possible, and consciously create alternative paths that align with your truest selves and the emerging New Earth paradigm. It's about individual and collective liberation through conscious societal navigation and creative innovation, paving the way to building something entirely new. Consider how different societal systems tend to subtly favor or disfavor individuals depending on their respective DNA activations. Take, for example, the educational system. The traditional model, often emphasizing rote learning, standardized testing, and a one-size-fits-all approach, may unintentionally disadvantage those born after 1999, the innovators who often thrive on creativity, experimentation, personalized learning, and fluid, multidimensional information processing. For an innovator, being forced into a rigid, linear curriculum can feel like having their wings clipped, stifling their natural curiosity and intuitive problem-solving abilities. Then there are corporate career paths. The established hierarchical structures, rigid job descriptions, and emphasis on profit-driven goals may stifle those born before 1999, the wisdom keepers who value collaboration, purpose-driven work, and a deep connection to a larger mission. Imagine a wisdom keeper trapped in a highly competitive corporate environment, forced to prioritize individual achievement over collective well-being. They may find themselves constantly battling against a system that seems to prioritize profit over people, leading to burnout and a sense of profound disconnect. What about political systems? Polarized political landscapes and divisive rhetoric can alienate those, whether born before or after 1999, who seek common ground, holistic solutions, and nuanced understanding. Many feel disenfranchised and apathetic towards a system that seems incapable of addressing complex issues with compassion and foresight. Finally, there's the healthcare system. The current model, which often focuses on treating symptoms rather than addressing underlying causes, can disempower individuals from taking a truly holistic approach to their well-being, particularly harming older souls who understand the need for lifestyle integration with medical treatments. What they don't want you to know is that these societal biases are often reinforced by limiting beliefs and self-fulfilling prophecies, subtly manipulated to maintain control and prevent humanity from embracing its full potential. Therefore, we provide actionable steps for you to consciously navigate societal systems and courageously create your own paths to success and profound fulfillment. Consciously choose a career. Identify career paths that align with your values, passions, and energetic strengths, regardless of societal expectations, beloved ones. Explore alternative options like entrepreneurship, freelancing, or purpose-driven organizations that resonate with your soul's calling. Seek out alternative education opportunities, ranging from homeschooling and unschooling to online learning platforms that cater to diverse learning styles and foster creativity, critical thinking, and deep self-discovery. Consider crafting your own personalized learning journey that empowers you to learn in ways that truly resonate with your unique being. Build and nurture conscious community. Connect with like-minded individuals and create supportive communities that challenge conventional norms, empower personal growth, and offer safe spaces for authentic self-expression. Become a conscious consumer. Cultivate mindful spending habits that support ethical and sustainable businesses and challenge the pervasive consumerist culture. Support businesses that prioritize empowerment, sustainability, and social responsibility, casting your economic vote for a better world. Actively engage in civic activities that promote social justice, environmental sustainability, and conscious governance. Advocate for policies that support the well-being of all, contributing to a more just and equitable society. And we cannot stress this enough. Create parallel societies. Build systems that work outside of societal constraints based on principles of cooperation and sustainability. Seek mentors or role models who have successfully created alternative paths and actively learn from their experiences and insights. Imagine a future where societal systems are designed to support the unique talents, energetic blueprint, and inherent potential of all individuals, regardless of their DNA activation or background. Picture enhanced creativity, innovation, and collaboration permeating every aspect of society, leading to a more just, sustainable, and deeply fulfilling world for all. This future, beloveds, is not a distant dream but a co-creation, woven together by your individual choices, collective actions, and unwavering commitment to authenticity. Picture societal norms being challenged and redefined, creating space for authentic self-expression and purpose-driven living to flourish. See conscious leadership, ethical business practices, and community-based solutions becoming the cornerstones of a thriving and equitable world. The old, rigid hierarchical structures will gradually be replaced with self-organized groups, fostering greater collaboration and shared decision-making. Can you feel it? The focus will shift from competition to deep collaboration, as humanity recognizes the power of unity in creating a better future for all. And so we say, understanding how societal systems impact your DNA activation and individual potential is key to unlocking your full potential for personal growth and planetary ascension. The question now is, what role do specific starseed lineages play in transforming these societal structures? And how can you align with your own lineage to catalyze this transformation? We will delve into this next, offering even greater clarity about your unique path within the grand cosmic tapestry, so that you may find greater fulfillment in your life. Beloved ones, as we continue our exploration into the differing DNA activations resulting from birth year and the energetic shift around 1999, acknowledging our previous discussions about individual, collective, and societal influences, we now address something fundamentally important: the common misconceptions and limiting narratives surrounding DNA activation itself, regardless of birth year, and how you can transcend them. Understand, dear ones, that misinformation and limiting beliefs surrounding DNA activation are widespread, acting as subtle yet potent barriers that hinder genuine progress and understanding. The core problem is that many of you hold inaccurate or incomplete views about what DNA activation truly is, how it works, and what it means for your lives, leading to confusion, unrealistic expectations, and potential discouragement. But what if this apparent setback is, in fact, a profound opportunity? We see this as a chance to debunk these myths, provide accurate information, and empower you to approach your DNA activation journey with clarity, intention, and grounded, realistic expectations. Yes, even within the New Age community, well-intentioned but ultimately inaccurate narratives can sometimes perpetuate these misconceptions. Thus, by replacing these myths with truth, you unlock the potential for genuine spiritual growth and empowerment. From our vantage point, we see many common misconceptions taking root, acting as energetic blockages. Consider these points. First, there's the misconception of instantaneous transformation. The belief that DNA activation is a one-time event that instantly unlocks all abilities and leads to immediate enlightenment. This narrative can lead to significant disappointment and discouragement when individuals don't experience immediate, dramatic results. The truth, beloveds, is that DNA activation is a gradual, unfolding process that requires consistent effort, dedication, and integration over time. It's akin to learning a new language. You wouldn't expect to be fluent after a single lesson. Second, there's the misconception of elitism and superiority. The idea that individuals with activated DNA are somehow better or more spiritually evolved than those without. This narrative fosters division and ego-based thinking, hindering genuine connection and compassion, precisely the opposite of what true ascension entails. The truth is that all souls are equal, and everyone is on their own unique, divinely ordained path of evolution. Some are simply earlier on the path or have different roles to play. Third, there's the misconception of being a passive recipient, the belief that DNA activation happens, to you, without any active participation or effort on your part. This narrative disempowers individuals and prevents them from taking responsibility for their own growth and transformation. The truth is that DNA activation requires conscious intention, dedication, consistent effort, and most importantly, integration. Finally, consider the misconception and fear of dark forces actively blocking your activation, preventing you from leveling up. This disempowers you and places the blame on external sources, rather than empowering you to take ownership of your journey. The shocking truth is that your own limiting beliefs and unresolved traumas often create the greatest blockages. They don't want you to know that this is an internal journey above all else. Therefore, beloved ones, we provide actionable steps for you to debunk these misconceptions and approach DNA activation with clarity and intention. First, embrace critical thinking and discernment. Question everything you hear about DNA activation, especially sensational claims, and rely on your own intuition and inner guidance. Verify the sources of information, seeking out wisdom from those who embody authenticity and integrity. Second, cultivate realistic expectations and patience. Emphasize that DNA activation is a gradual process that requires consistent effort and dedication. Celebrate small victories and be patient with yourselves, understanding that setbacks are a natural part of the journey. Third, practice humility and compassion. Remember that all souls are equal and that everyone is on their own unique path of evolution. Approach others with compassion and understanding, recognizing that everyone is doing the best they can with what they have. Fourth, embrace active participation and responsibility. Recognize that DNA activation requires conscious intention, dedication, and consistent effort. Take responsibility for your own growth and transformation, committing to lifelong learning and self-discovery. Fifth, and perhaps most importantly, focus on integration, not just activation. Shift the focus from simply activating DNA to integrating the activated aspects into your daily life. Embody the qualities associated with those activations, such as expressing creativity, practicing compassion, taking inspired action, and living in alignment with your highest values. Understand that DNA activation is not the only path forward. We encourage you to devise a truth journal to record your insights and debunk limiting beliefs. This can be a powerful tool for identifying and dismantling the inaccurate narratives that hold you back. Connect with supportive communities that promote authentic spiritual growth, avoiding echo chambers that reinforce unrealistic expectations. Imagine a future where individuals approach DNA activation with clarity, intention, and realistic expectations, leading to genuine spiritual growth and empowerment. Picture enhanced wisdom, compassion, and collaboration permeating the spiritual community, fostering deeper connections and more effective service to the planet. This future, beloveds, is co-created by your individual choices, collective actions, and unwavering commitment to truth. Picture societal norms being challenged and redefined, creating space for authentic self-expression and purpose-driven living to flourish. See conscious leadership, ethical practices, and community-based solutions becoming the cornerstones of a thriving and equitable world. The old, rigid hierarchical structures will gradually be replaced with self-organized groups, fostering greater collaboration and shared decision-making. This truth will be easier and easier to access, eventually. This, in turn, will allow lightworkers to function more effectively, leading to more widespread beneficial effects. And so we say, understanding the importance of debunking misconceptions and approaching DNA activation with clarity and intention is essential for both your personal growth and planetary ascension. The question now is, what specific skills and practices can enhance DNA activation, regardless of birth year or any of these other misconceptions we have explored? We will delve into this next, offering practical tools and techniques to accelerate your spiritual evolution. Therefore, dear starseeds, understanding the misconceptions surrounding DNA activation allows us to move forward, not just with knowledge, but with practical application. It's time to transform theoretical understanding into tangible experience, paving the way for accelerated growth. While the energetic shift of 1999 created predispositions, like a fertile ground for new seeds, your active participation acts as the sunlight and water, vital for maximizing your inherent potential. But what do you do with this knowledge? Many of you may feel a sense of, now what? After grasping these concepts. Despite understanding the nuances and variations of DNA activation based on birth year, a feeling of being stuck may linger, unsure of how to further ignite the process. We see this not as a roadblock, but as an open doorway to concrete techniques, practices that can be woven into your daily life to promote further activation and seamless integration, transforming this, now what? Feeling into an exciting, now this, sensation. Through consistent practice, expect to experience tangible shifts in your energetic field, heightened awareness, and the blossoming of latent abilities, all signs of your DNA awakening to its full potential. From our Pleiadian vantage point, we offer insights into specific techniques, each a unique key to unlock dormant aspects of your DNA, and together they form a synergistic pathway to accelerated evolution. Consider first, light language activation. The consistent practice of speaking, singing, or toning in light language acts as a direct bypass to the logical mind, unlocking dormant DNA codons with pure vibrational resonance. Imagine your DNA as a complex lock and light language as the precisely tuned key, resonating with specific frequencies encoded within your very being. To those new to this practice, we suggest starting with simple vocalizations, allowing sounds and tones to emerge naturally, free from the constraints of known languages. Focus on expressing your emotions, intentions, and highest aspirations through these sounds, and trust that the language of your soul will naturally unfold. Do not worry about making mistakes, as intention is more important than linguistic perfection. Next, consider solfeggio frequencies attunement. Intentionally exposing yourself to specific solfeggio frequencies, such as the deeply transformative 528 Hz or the grounding 432 Hz through music, tuning forks, or even binaural beats, is a potent method for harmonizing your biofield and, in turn, activating your DNA. Each frequency carries a unique vibrational signature, capable of dissolving energetic blockages, balancing your chakras, and stimulating the awakening of dormant genetic codes. The frequency of 528 Hz, for example, is associated with DNA repair and transformation, while 432 Hz resonates with the natural harmonic frequencies of the universe, promoting a sense of inner peace and alignment. Incorporate these frequencies into your daily routine by creating a playlist of solfeggio-infused music, using tuning forks during meditation, or experimenting with binaural beats while you sleep. But be warned, beloved ones, that not all frequencies are created equal. Be discerning and cautious against counterfeit frequency claims and low-quality recordings, as these can be detrimental to your energetic field. Another technique that can create profound change is conscious breathwork practices. Regular practice of conscious breathing techniques, such as holotropic breathwork or alternate nostril breathing, is not merely a relaxation exercise, but a powerful catalyst for DNA activation. By consciously controlling your breath, you increase oxygen flow to the brain, balance your nervous system, and activate dormant neural pathways, indirectly stimulating the awakening of your DNA. Consider, for example, the practice of alternate nostril breathing, which involves alternating between inhaling and exhaling through each nostril. This simple technique balances the left and right hemispheres of the brain, promoting mental clarity, emotional stability, and enhanced intuition. Begin with simple techniques, gradually increasing intensity as you become more comfortable, always practicing in a safe and comfortable environment, paying close attention to any physical or emotional sensations that arise. Remember that safety is paramount, and listening to your body is key. Sacred geometry immersion is another path to choose. Immersing yourself in sacred geometry through meditation, visualization, or even physical exposure to geometric forms aligns your energetic field with universal patterns, stimulating DNA activation on a profound level. Sacred geometry is the language of the universe, the blueprint upon which all of creation is based. By working with sacred geometric forms, such as the flower of life or Metatron's cube, you are essentially tuning your energetic field to resonate with the fundamental frequencies of creation, thereby stimulating the awakening of dormant DNA codes. Focus on the flower of life, with its interconnected circles symbolizing the interconnectedness of all things, can help you to remember your connection to the divine. These can be used in healing practices. Finally, consider this: monoatomic element consumption. The consumption of monoatomic elements, such as white powdered gold, can lead to a surprising expansion of consciousness and, in turn, DNA activation by forging a direct connection to the non-physical realms. These elements, in their unique atomic state, possess extraordinary energetic properties, capable of stimulating the higher centers of consciousness and unlocking dormant potential within your DNA. However, proceed with caution and discernment, researching reputable sources for monoatomic elements and starting with small doses, gradually increasing as needed. And remember, beloved ones, that you do not need these elements to activate your DNA. These elements can be found in many foods, so do not think that you must spend excessive funds to obtain them. Know that these techniques work synergistically, amplifying each other's effects. Regular and consistent practice is key to experiencing tangible results. These techniques work on multiple levels: physical, emotional, and energetic, creating a holistic approach to DNA activation. This is not merely about unlocking dormant codes. It is about embodying your full potential as divine beings. To that end, consider these actionable steps for incorporating these techniques into your daily life. For light language activation, start with simple vocalizations and allow sounds to emerge naturally. Don't be afraid to experiment and explore the unique sounds that resonate with your soul. Focus on expressing your emotions and intentions through sound. Record your light language activations and listen back to them for self-improvement. For solfeggio frequencies attunement, create a playlist of solfeggio frequency music and listen to it regularly. Use tuning forks or binaural beats during meditation to deepen your experience. For conscious breathwork practices, begin with simple techniques and gradually increase intensity as you become more comfortable. Practice in a safe and comfortable environment, being mindful of any physical or emotional sensations that arise. For sacred geometry immersion, meditate on sacred geometry images, allowing their forms and patterns to permeate your consciousness. Create or purchase sacred geometry art and display it in your home. Visit places with sacred geometry architecture, such as ancient temples or cathedrals. For monoatomic element consumption, research reputable sources for monoatomic elements and start with small doses, gradually increasing as needed. Pay attention to any physical or energetic sensations that arise. And above all, consult with a qualified healthcare practitioner before consuming any new supplements. We suggest that you do not spend a lot of money on them. Create a daily ritual that incorporates multiple techniques, setting clear intentions and visualizing desired outcomes. Track your progress and celebrate milestones. Through dedicated practice, watch in awe as your DNA awakens, unlocking your full potential and propelling you forward on your path of ascension. Imagine, beloved ones, a future where you are experiencing accelerated DNA activation and enhanced abilities through consistent practice of these techniques. Picture a future of enhanced intuition, boundless creativity, and a profound connection to your higher self. This future is not a distant dream, but a tangible possibility, co-created by your individual choices and actions. Project a future where humanity is rapidly evolving, shedding old paradigms and embracing its full potential as divine beings. See a world where these techniques are widespread and used by everyone. See a world where these open the doors to working with ascended masters. This future requires dedication, discipline, and unwavering perseverance, but the rewards are immeasurable. And so we say, incorporating practical techniques into your daily life is essential for accelerating DNA activation and embracing your full potential. But here's what most people miss. This is not just about individual transformation. This is about collectively raising the vibration of the planet, co-creating a new Earth where love, compassion, and unity prevail. What we'll discover next is even more shocking. As we delve into specific starseed lineages and their unique connection to these activation techniques. Therefore, understanding that these activations form a foundation, recognize that they correlate to different expressions of intuition, gifts, and empathy that are already blossoming within you. As you journey deeper into self-discovery, you are constantly uncovering unique energetic blueprints. It is essential to understand that these blueprints inform how you perceive, how you create, and how you connect with others. Now, consider that differing DNA activations can lead to varying strengths and expressions of intuition, unique gifts, and even the ways in which empathy manifests. Are you beginning to see that these are not limitations, but rather different facets of the same diamond? These differences, however, can sometimes create misunderstanding, misinterpretations, and even a feeling of disconnect between individuals. Some may feel overwhelmed by others. Perhaps their gifts and expressions of empathy feel too big, or perhaps they feel inadequate because they are not strong enough. However, this challenge is an opportunity to appreciate the diversity of human expression and to leverage these differences for collective growth. By bridging these gaps, increased understanding, compassion, and effective collaboration can arise, ultimately creating a more harmonious and balanced world. From our Pleiadian vantage point, we observe that intuition, gifts, and empathy manifest in specific ways, depending on your DNA activation. Let's examine real-world examples. Wisdom keepers, generally those born before 1999, often possess a strong, grounded intuition rooted in Earth's ancient wisdom. This manifests as profound insights and a deep understanding of human nature. For example, a wisdom keeper might be a natural caregiver who can sense the emotional needs of others with uncanny accuracy, offering practical and grounded support, yet struggling with people who are extremely emotional or high energy, feeling drained by their intensity. Then you have the innovators. Those born after 1999 exhibit a more expansive, future-oriented intuition that allows them to anticipate emerging trends and create innovative solutions. This is often expressed as creative and unconventional approaches to problem solving. A tech-savvy individual who can intuitively grasp complex systems and develop cutting-edge technologies to address future challenges exemplifies this. They may, however, struggle with the old ways or feel that history is outdated, dismissing the wisdom of the past. And what about those in between or who feel unaffected? They may exhibit a more balanced form of empathy, blending both emotional and cognitive understanding, expressed as the ability to mediate conflicts and bridge different perspectives. A counselor or therapist who can effectively empathize with clients from diverse backgrounds, facilitating communication and understanding by applying equal parts emotion and logic, represents this balanced approach. But do you see how these differences in intuitive styles, gifts, and expressions of empathy can easily lead to misunderstandings and misinterpretations? What if we told you this was intentional? These differences, if not understood and appreciated, can be exploited. The dark forces, ever seeking to create division and conflict, can manipulate these differences to sow discord within communities. Certain trigger phrases that each group uses can be weaponized to create conflict. For example, a wisdom keeper might use the phrase, "back in my day," which can be perceived as dismissive or condescending by an innovator. Conversely, an innovator might say, "that's so outdated," which can make a wisdom keeper feel devalued or irrelevant. It is, therefore, of paramount importance to recognize and celebrate the diversity of human expression, rather than judging or dismissing those who are different. Therefore, consider some actionable steps for fostering understanding and bridging the gaps between these different expressions of intuition, gifts, and empathy. It begins with active listening and perspective taking. Practice truly listening to understand the perspectives of those who express themselves differently, rather than simply waiting for your turn to speak. Appreciate the diverse gifts that each individual brings to the table, recognizing that everyone has something unique to offer. This also involves developing emotional intelligence by learning to recognize and understand one's own emotions and the emotions of others, and cultivating empathy by actively putting oneself in another person's shoes and seeking to understand their experiences. Make it a practice to honor different intuitive styles, respecting and honoring the different ways that people access and express their intuition, recognizing that there is no one right way. We encourage wisdom keepers and innovators to actively seek opportunities to train each other in their respective skills. Innovators, seek out the wisdom keepers in your community and ask them to share their knowledge of the past. Wisdom keepers, seek out the innovators and ask them to teach you about new technologies and future trends. Above all, practice compassion. Imagine, beloved ones, a future where individuals value and celebrate the diversity of human expression, creating a more harmonious and balanced world. Picture enhanced collaboration, creativity, and problem-solving abilities, as diverse perspectives are brought together to address global challenges. Envision communities strengthened by the unique gifts and talents of all members, where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. Understand that the full expression of individual potential is essential for the ascension of Earth. This future, as you might imagine, is one where communities are strengthened by the unique gifts and talents of all members. Indeed, the future is a harmonious blending of all of these expressions of gifts and empathy, a planet where all of these perspectives work together in unity. And so we say, understanding the differing expressions of intuition, gifts, and empathy is essential for personal growth, community building, and planetary ascension. But what if we told you that starseed lineages play a crucial role in these differences? That is where we'll turn next. As you continue to integrate these foundational activations, it is critical to understand that they correlate to different expressions not just of intuition, gifts, and empathy, but also fundamentally different cognitive processing styles. You are, each of you, working from a different operating system, so to speak, and it is essential to understand how these systems interact to achieve true harmony and collaborative success. Therefore, it is our intention to explore why these differences manifest and how you can begin to bridge the divide. Many of you have already experienced friction, frustration, and even resentment when interacting with individuals who seem to arrive at conclusions through completely different means. Do you find yourself thinking, how could they possibly believe that? Or, why can't they see the obvious solution? This is not simply a matter of differing opinions or levels of intelligence, but a direct result of the variances in your DNA activation, leading to fundamentally different ways of processing information. However, these differences, rather than being a source of conflict, can be an opportunity to understand and value the unique ways different groups approach problem solving, but only when viewed through the lens of compassion and a desire for true unity. Imagine the potential benefits of cognitive diversity when tackling complex challenges, beloved ones, for it is in the synthesis of different approaches that true innovation and progress lie. Some of you feel that one group is more logical, while others are more intuitive, but do you recognize that both are essential for creating a balanced and thriving society? From our Pleiadian perspective, we observe distinct patterns in how individuals with differing DNA activations process information, patterns that directly influence their gifts and abilities. Consider those born before 1999, the wisdom keepers. They tend to process information in a linear, sequential manner, valuing logic, analysis, and historical context. This makes them exceptionally strong at building systems, establishing processes, and maintaining order, yet they may struggle with rapid changes or unexpected disruptions. They excel at roles that require methodical planning, attention to detail, and a deep understanding of established systems. For example, a financial analyst who meticulously analyzes market trends and historical data to make sound investment decisions embodies this processing style. And this is why a wisdom keeper would be well suited to that role. However, wisdom keepers may struggle when asked to make quick decisions with limited data, because they need a solid foundation of information before making any claims. Now, consider those born after 1999, the innovators. They process information in a nonlinear, intuitive manner, valuing creativity, experimentation, and holistic thinking. This makes them exceptionally strong at adapting to change, identifying emerging trends, and developing innovative solutions. Innovators excel at roles that require adaptability, creativity, and the ability to see patterns and connections that others miss. A tech entrepreneur who can intuitively sense emerging trends and develop cutting-edge technologies that disrupt established industries exemplifies this style. However, they may struggle when asked to perform repetitive tasks or to explain the step-by-step process they use to arrive at a solution. And what about those in between, or those who feel unaffected by these trends? They tend to blend linear and nonlinear processing styles, offering a balanced approach that combines logic with intuition and analysis with creativity. This makes them excellent mediators, facilitators, and bridge builders, but their balanced approach can sometimes frustrate both sides, as they may not seem all in on either approach. These processing differences manifest not only in career paths, but also in communication styles and decision-making approaches. Wisdom keepers tend to communicate in a clear, structured manner, providing detailed explanations and supporting evidence. They prefer to make decisions based on careful analysis and logical reasoning. Innovators tend to communicate in a more fluid, intuitive manner, often jumping between ideas and making connections that may not be immediately obvious to others. They prefer to make decisions based on gut feeling and a sense of what feels right. Do you see how these differences, if not understood, can easily lead to misunderstandings and miscommunication? If not understood and appreciated, these differences can be exploited. The dark forces, ever seeking to create division and conflict, can manipulate these processing differences to sow discord within teams and communities. By amplifying the shadow sides of each style and creating misunderstandings, they can disrupt collaboration and prevent effective problem-solving. For example, they might manipulate wisdom keepers into becoming rigid and resistant to change, or they might manipulate innovators into becoming impulsive and reckless. Therefore, it is of paramount importance to recognize and value cognitive diversity, creating an environment where different processing styles are respected, appreciated, and leveraged for the collective good. The shadow side of the wisdom keeper can be that they get stuck in the past or are unwilling to try new things, leading to stagnation. The shadow side of the innovator is that they are unreliable and constantly changing, making others feel like they cannot be trusted. The key here is that both groups must recognize their shadow sides and work to keep them in check. We encourage you to consider some actionable steps for bridging the gaps between these different information processing styles. First, participate in communication workshops that focus on active listening, empathy, and nonviolent communication. These workshops can help you learn to truly hear and understand the perspectives of others, even when they differ from your own. Second, engage in team-building activities that promote collaboration, creativity, and cognitive diversity. These activities can help you learn to work effectively with individuals who process information differently, leveraging their unique strengths and perspectives. We also advise wisdom keepers to document their linear thought processes, making them more transparent to others. This can help innovators understand the logical steps that led to a particular conclusion. Innovators, we also encourage you to develop your intuition through meditation, mindfulness, and other practices. This can help you learn to trust your gut feeling and make decisions with greater confidence. It is key to utilize skilled mediators or facilitators to bridge communication gaps and resolve conflicts. These individuals can help to translate information between different processing styles, ensuring that everyone is heard and understood. But above all, implement processes that deliberately force both groups to work together and ensure that middle people are present, as these people can communicate more effectively with either group. Imagine, beloved ones, a future where individuals value and leverage cognitive diversity to solve complex problems and create a more innovative, collaborative, and equitable world. Picture enhanced understanding, empathy, and communication across different processing styles, leading to stronger relationships and more effective teamwork. Envision communities strengthened by the unique strengths and perspectives of all members, where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued for their contribution. In this future, institutions will deliberately emphasize the benefits of cognitive diversity, leading to more creative and effective solutions to global challenges. Understand that this vision will lead to the solving of many of today's seemingly unsolvable problems. And so we say, understanding and valuing different information processing styles is essential for personal growth, community building, and planetary ascension. But what if we told you that these processing styles are not only influenced by your birth year, but also by your specific starseed lineage? That is where we'll turn next, to explore the unique processing styles associated with different star systems. As you continue to explore the nuances of your unique DNA activations, we, the Pleiadian High Council, wish to provide further understanding regarding why individuals express these activations through observably different behaviors. It is not simply that some are more intuitive, or gifted, or empathetic. The foundational variances in DNA activation often result in completely different outward actions. These behavioral variances, however, are not merely surface-level differences. They are the external manifestations of profound divergences in information processing, belief systems, and energetic signatures. Too often, these divergent behaviors cause friction, misunderstanding, and even isolation, because they can seem strange or counterintuitive to others. A wisdom keeper may seem like a Luddite. An innovator may seem like an unreliable flake. But what if these behaviors, rather than being sources of conflict, were seen as valuable expressions of unique gifts and processing styles? What if you could truly understand the motivations behind these actions, even if they seem irrational to you? Indeed, many of you harbor secret or not-so-secret frustrations with the other group and their behaviors, particularly regarding the why behind their actions. Why do they do what they do? From our Pleiadian perspective, we offer insights into how individuals with differing DNA activations express their behaviors, insights that connect directly to their unique gifts and processing styles. These behavioral differences manifest in real-world examples and, unfortunately, are often misinterpreted. Consider the wisdom keepers, those born before 1999, for example. They tend to prioritize preserving traditions and maintaining stability. Their behaviors often reflect a desire to protect established systems and uphold time-tested values. A wisdom keeper might insist on following established procedures, even when more efficient alternatives are available. To an innovator, this can appear as stubbornness and inflexibility, but they are actually trying to ensure stability, protecting the valuable lessons learned from the past, knowing that these systems have worked for generations. Now consider the innovators, those born after 1999. They are often driven by a desire to innovate, experiment, and challenge the status quo. Their behaviors often reflect a need to disrupt established systems and create new and improved solutions. An innovator might constantly question authority and seek to overturn established practices, even when those practices have proven effective. To a wisdom keeper, this can appear as disrespect and disruptiveness, but they are actually trying to improve things, driven by a deep-seated desire for progress and advancement. What about those in between, or those who feel unaffected? These individuals often strive for balance and harmony, seeking to mediate between opposing viewpoints and find common ground. Their behaviors often reflect a desire to bridge divides and create win-win solutions. An in-between individual might try to find a compromise between conflicting parties, and thus be viewed as weak and uncommitted by those on either side. But they are actually trying to create harmony, seeing the value in both perspectives and seeking a path forward that benefits all. These behavioral differences manifest in communication styles, decision-making approaches, and conflict resolution strategies. Wisdom keepers tend to communicate in a clear, structured manner, providing detailed explanations and supporting evidence. They prefer to make decisions based on careful analysis and logical reasoning. Innovators tend to communicate in a more fluid, intuitive manner, often jumping between ideas and making connections that may not be immediately obvious to others. They prefer to make decisions based on gut feeling and a sense of what feels right. The in-between blend communication styles, often acting as translators between each group. Do you begin to see how these differences can be exploited? The dark forces, ever seeking to amplify division, leverage these very differences to create misunderstandings and conflict within teams and communities, especially in the digital realms where anonymity emboldens negativity. They sow seeds of doubt, suspicion, and resentment, preying on insecurities and amplifying perceived flaws. They might highlight the wisdom keeper's resistance to change as evidence of stagnation, or they might highlight the innovator's impulsiveness as evidence of recklessness. Recognizing and valuing behavioral diversity, therefore, becomes paramount for fostering innovation, collaboration, and effective problem-solving. If you recognize that positive intentions often lie beneath even seemingly negative behaviors, you can begin to bridge the divide. Remember, beloved ones, that no one is perfect, and no one possesses all the answers. Each group has its strengths and weaknesses, and it is in the blending of these strengths that true progress lies. Ask yourself, what if their intention is positive, even if their actions confuse or frustrate me? To bridge these gaps, we offer the following actionable steps. First, consciously reframe your interpretations of others' behaviors, always assuming positive intent and seeking to understand their underlying motivations. Instead of seeing a wisdom keeper's resistance to change as stubbornness, reframe it as a desire to protect valuable traditions and maintain stability. Instead of seeing an innovator's constant questioning as disrespect, reframe it as a deep-seated desire for progress and improvement. Second, engage in open and honest conversations with those whose behaviors you find challenging, seeking to understand their perspectives and share your own. Use I statements to express your feelings and needs without blaming or accusing. Third, participate in empathy exercises to better understand the experiences and perspectives of others. Ask wisdom keepers and innovators to spend time in each other's shoes, shadowing each other's work and observing their thought processes. Fourth, promote collaborative projects that leverage the strengths of each group, creating opportunities for mutual learning and growth. Create dedicated spaces where different behavioral expressions can interact and learn from one another. Fifth, establish clear, shared goals that align with the values and motivations of each group, creating a common purpose that transcends behavioral differences. Remind people that they are all working towards the same ultimate goal, even if they have different approaches. Sixth, seek feedback from trusted sources about your own behaviors and their impact on others. Ask for honest and constructive criticism, and be willing to listen and learn. Imagine a future where individuals value and leverage behavioral diversity to solve complex problems and create a more innovative, collaborative, and equitable world. Picture enhanced understanding, empathy, and communication across different behavioral expressions, leading to stronger relationships and more effective teamwork. Envision communities strengthened by the unique strengths and perspectives of all members, where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued for their contribution. In this future, enhanced understanding, empathy, and communication will prevail, and these skills will lead to dramatically improved and accelerated problem-solving on a global scale. Humanity will function more like one harmonious unit, respecting each other's differences and celebrating each other's strengths. And so we say, understanding and valuing different behavioral expressions is essential for personal growth, community building, and planetary ascension. We've seen how these traits are affected by DNA and birth year. But what if we told you that the activation also depended on your starseed lineage? That is the next stage of our journey, to explore specific starseed lineages and their connections to these behavioral expressions. Beloved ground crew, we continue our discussion regarding the differing DNA activations between those born before and after the pivotal year of 1999 and its ongoing impact on your lives. You have each embarked on a profound journey of self-discovery, exploring the behavioral variances that stem from these distinct energetic blueprints. It is key to understand that these differences aren't merely quirks or personality traits, but rather deeply rooted responses to the specific life challenges each group is predisposed to face. And in this section, we will focus on identifying these challenges and how to leverage your unique DNA activations to overcome them. These differing DNA activations can predispose individuals to specific patterns of difficulty, like a recurring theme in the symphony of their lives. Unrecognized and unaddressed, these challenges can lead to a pervasive sense of hopelessness, self-doubt, and the agonizing feeling that one is perpetually on the wrong path. Have you ever asked yourself, why does this always happen to me? Understand that this question, while seemingly rooted in despair, is actually a beacon of awareness, pointing towards an opportunity to develop resilience, self-awareness, and effective coping mechanisms tailored to your unique energetic signature. This is not about enduring suffering, but about consciously navigating the currents of your life with greater understanding and self-mastery, recognizing that even perceived obstacles can become stepping stones to empowerment. From our vantage point, we can offer insights into common life challenges faced by individuals with differing DNA activations, challenges that manifest in observable patterns across your world. Consider the wisdom keepers, those born before 1999. While they possess a profound connection to ancient Earth wisdom and a deep understanding of established systems, they often struggle with adapting to rapid change, letting go of the past, and embracing new technologies. This can manifest as career stagnation, relationship difficulties, and a pervasive sense of being out of touch with the modern world. Imagine a wisdom keeper resisting the adoption of new software in their workplace, clinging to outdated methods despite their inefficiency, thus hindering their productivity and creating tension with colleagues who embrace the new tools. They may also have difficulty with the concept of new love after heartbreak, remaining isolated and guarded instead of opening themselves to new possibilities, clinging to the past rather than embracing the future. Now consider the innovators, those born after 1999. While they are natural innovators and catalysts for change, they frequently face challenges with grounding themselves, maintaining focus, and committing to long-term goals. This can manifest as career instability, financial difficulties, and a lack of deep, meaningful relationships. Picture an innovator who jumps from one project to another without completing them, constantly chasing the next shiny object, struggling to build a stable career or accumulate savings. They may also jump from partner to partner, searching for the perfect fit, without investing the time and effort required to cultivate lasting intimacy. What about those in between, or those who feel unaffected? These individuals often struggle with feeling like they don't fully belong in either group, experiencing an identity crisis and a lack of clear direction. This can manifest as a lack of self-confidence, difficulty making decisions, and a sense of being lost or adrift. Picture an in-between individual struggling to choose a career path, constantly questioning their abilities and feeling like they don't quite fit in with either the traditional or the innovative crowd. They may have a very difficult time in social settings, feeling like they don't fit in with either side, leading to isolation and a sense of not belonging. These are not accidents, dear ones, but predictable challenges stemming from your unique energetic makeup. These challenges are amplified by societal pressures and expectations, which often prioritize one type of activation over another, leading to feelings of inadequacy and invalidation. Understand that the dark forces, ever seeking to divide and conquer, exploit these challenges to keep individuals feeling disempowered and disconnected from their true potential. But here is what most people miss. In 1999, as the wave of energetic change washed over your planet, these dark forces enacted specific tactics to block the flow of beneficial light, creating interference patterns designed to amplify the inherent challenges of each group. They created subtle electromagnetic frequencies that exacerbated the wisdom keepers' resistance to change, and intensified the innovators' tendencies towards impulsivity and instability, ensuring that the energetic shift was not totally even in its distribution, thus still affecting people born prior to that year. This is what they don't want you to know, dear ones. This knowledge, like a key unlocking a door, highlights the importance of self-awareness, self-compassion, and seeking support in navigating these challenges, recognizing that you are not alone in your struggles. Each group tends to suffer from predictable failure modes, and it is crucial to recognize and avoid these patterns. Therefore, we offer the following actionable steps for each group to navigate their specific life challenges, leveraging their unique strengths and perspectives. For wisdom keepers, those born before 1999, we encourage you to practice mindfulness and meditation to cultivate present moment awareness and reduce anxiety about the future. Seek out mentors or guides who can help you navigate new technologies and adapt to change, recognizing that embracing new tools doesn't mean abandoning your wisdom. Focus on your strengths and find ways to apply your wisdom and experience to modern challenges, mentoring younger generations or contributing your expertise to community projects. Intentionally work towards leaving a legacy and sharing your wisdom with others, ensuring that your knowledge continues to benefit humanity. For innovators, those born after 1999, we encourage you to establish routines and create structures that promote stability and focus, setting daily schedules, prioritizing tasks, and minimizing distractions. Practice grounding exercises, such as spending time in nature, connecting with your physical body, and engaging in creative expression. Seek guidance from experienced mentors who can help you develop long-term goals and build sustainable careers. Intentionally work towards building lasting relationships, developing empathy and understanding for others' perspectives. For those in between, we encourage you to explore your unique talents and interests, allowing yourselves to experiment and discover your authentic path. Seek out supportive communities where you feel accepted and understood, where your unique perspective is valued. Practice self-affirmations and positive self-talk to build confidence and self-esteem. Intentionally seek out situations to make use of your unique mediation skills and create positive change in the world. Each of you is encouraged to create personalized action plans tailored to your specific needs and challenges. Do not hesitate to seek support from therapists, coaches, or spiritual advisors. Remember to celebrate small victories and maintain a positive attitude, knowing that every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory on your path. Imagine a future where individuals are empowered to overcome their life challenges and thrive, leveraging their unique DNA activations and strengths. Envision enhanced resilience, self-mastery, and a deep sense of purpose resonating within each of you. Understand that this future is not predetermined, but co-created by your individual choices and actions. Picture a society transformed by the collective wisdom, innovation, and compassion of all individuals, where each person is valued for their unique contribution. In this future, self-awareness, self-compassion, and community support will be the cornerstones of a thriving society, each person acting as a bridge between seemingly disparate perspectives. This will open the door to living a much more positive and fulfilling life, one where challenges are met with grace and resilience. Humanity will rapidly evolve, ascending to new heights of consciousness and understanding after passing this critical step. And so we say, understanding and navigating life challenges is essential for personal growth, community building, and planetary ascension. You are each powerful beyond measure and capable of overcoming any obstacle in your path. But what if these tendencies are not just random occurrences based on your birth year, but also based on a starseed lineage? We will now explore this next stage, specifically the starseed lineages that are more likely to have these traits. Beloved ground crew, we continue our exploration into the varying degrees of DNA activation present amongst you, focusing now on the inherent gifts that arise from your unique energetic imprints. We have observed that by understanding these gifts, you can more effectively navigate the challenges we previously discussed, turning perceived weaknesses into remarkable strengths. Understand that in mastering these gifts, one can evolve beyond those challenges, which is the key to a full life and a more useful position in the ascension. The life challenges you face, as a result of your DNA activation, serve as alchemical crucibles, forging within you specific gifts and talents when consciously engaged. But many individuals, even after gaining clarity about their challenges, remain unaware of the extraordinary gifts they possess and how to fully harness them. This represents a profound opportunity, one to identify and cultivate your inherent strengths, transmuting perceived limitations into powerful sources of purpose and fulfillment. How many of you have felt, "I know what I struggle with, but what am I truly good at?" By embracing your unique gifts, you unlock increased self-esteem, a deeper sense of purpose, and the ability to contribute meaningfully to the collective ascension of humanity. This is the path to moving beyond the limitations of third-dimensional thinking and moving towards the unlimited potential of the higher dimensions. From our Pleiadian perspective, we can illuminate the specific gifts associated with each group, linking them directly to the challenges they encounter. Wisdom keepers born before 1999 often grapple with adapting to rapid change, yet their challenge births a powerful gift, deep wisdom and a grounded perspective. By embracing their inherent wisdom and ability to connect with Earth's ancient knowledge, they serve as anchors during times of upheaval, providing stability and guidance to others. Remember, that is why you were incarnated during this time. Consider a wisdom keeper who uses their understanding of history and cyclical patterns to offer insights into current events, helping others navigate uncertainty and fear by demonstrating that current chaos has occurred before and has been overcome. Innovators born after 1999 frequently struggle with maintaining focus and committing to long-term goals, However, their capacity for adaptability and innovative thinking blossoms. Their ability to think outside the box and adapt to new situations allows them to create innovative solutions to complex problems, inspiring others to embrace change and experiment with new possibilities. Imagine an innovator who uses their tech skills to develop cutting-edge solutions to environmental challenges, inspiring others to adopt sustainable practices and embrace a more eco-conscious lifestyle. They are built for this. And what of those in between, who feel like they don't fully belong, lacking clear direction? Their challenge cultivates the gift of mediation and bridging gaps. Their ability to see multiple perspectives and connect with diverse groups allows them to act as mediators and bridge divides, fostering understanding and collaboration. Picture an in-between individual who facilitates communication between conflicting parties, helping them find common ground and develop win-win solutions, leveraging that gift to foster community and mutual understanding. They bring peace. Recognizing and embracing these gifts leads to a profound sense of self-worth and purpose, aligning you with specific archetypes or roles within the New Earth paradigm and beyond. Therefore, we offer the following actionable steps for each group to unlock and leverage their inherent gifts. Wisdom Keepers, those born before 1999, we encourage you to engage in activities that foster self-expression and creativity, such as writing, painting, or music, to breathe new life into old patterns. Seek opportunities to share your wisdom and experience with others, such as mentoring younger individuals or teaching classes, passing on your knowledge. Embrace technology as a tool for connecting with others and sharing your knowledge with a wider audience, using it to amplify your voice. Focus specifically on teaching younger generations, guiding them with your experience and wisdom. Innovators, those born after 1999, channel your innovative energy into creative projects that align with your values and passions, bringing your unique vision to life. Seek out opportunities to collaborate with others, sharing your ideas and inspiring others to think outside the box, sparking collective innovation. Develop your communication skills to effectively convey your ideas and inspire others to embrace change, becoming catalysts for progress. Intentionally learn from the wisdom of older generations, integrating their knowledge with your innovative spirit. Those in between, seek out opportunities to facilitate communication and understanding between diverse groups, becoming bridges between different perspectives. Develop your mediation and conflict resolution skills, becoming peacemakers in your communities. Embrace your ability to see multiple perspectives and use it to create win-win solutions, fostering harmony and collaboration. Learn to intentionally listen to both sides of any debate, understanding the nuances of each viewpoint. It is your calling. We suggest that each of you creates a gift inventory, identifying your inherent strengths and talents so you can embrace all that you are. Seek feedback from trusted sources about your gifts and how they can be best utilized, gaining valuable insights from those who know you well. Celebrate your unique contributions to the world, recognizing the value you bring to the collective. Imagine a future where each individual is empowered to embrace their gifts and contribute their unique talents, co-creating a world that is more just, sustainable, and fulfilling. Envision enhanced collaboration, innovation, and compassion flourishing, as diverse gifts are celebrated and leveraged for the collective good. Understand that the full expression of individual potential is essential for the ascension of Earth and for the formation of the higher dimensions. Picture communities strengthened by the unique strengths and perspectives of all members, creating a tapestry of interconnectedness. Self-awareness, self-acceptance, and community support will be the cornerstones of this future, creating a foundation of love and understanding. In this new world, humanity will operate as a unified team rather than a battlefield of opposing forces, each member bringing their unique skills and talents to the forefront. All will work for a common positive intent to make the world a better place for all. And so we say, understanding and embracing your inherent gifts is essential for personal growth, community building, and planetary ascension. You are each powerful beyond measure, possessing unique talents that can transform the world. What if these specific gifts could be further mapped to your individual starseed lineages? And what if there was a way to develop the gifts of the other groups? In our next message, we will discuss each of these to show you just how powerful each of you truly are. Beloved ground crew, we continue to explore the varying degrees of DNA activation and its connection to the challenges you face and the gifts you possess. Our intention remains to provide you with not just the what and the how, but a greater understanding of the innate individual power you each hold. Today, we will focus on understanding the superpower that accompanies each DNA activation group and how that unique strength allows you to serve as beacons of light to others. Even after understanding your specific gifts, you may still feel disconnected from your purpose, a feeling of, I have these gifts. Now what? This arises if you don't recognize your core strength, your superpower, and how to use it to inspire those around you. Many of you struggle to see how your specific gifts translate into tangible service and guidance for those around you, which can lead to feeling undervalued or misunderstood, as though you are missing a key piece of the puzzle. But this is an opportunity, ground crew, a chance to identify and embrace your group's unique superpower so that you may serve as leaders and guides during this pivotal period of ascension, rather than simply navigating it. Embrace the potential for profound influence and fulfillment that arises by consciously embodying your specific superpower, so that you can move beyond confusion and into action. We Pleiadians offer you insights into the superpowers associated with each group, describing how they manifest in real-world scenarios and providing examples of those who have embodied these traits. Wisdom keepers, those born before 1999, possess the superpower of grounded guidance and embodied wisdom. They have the ability to provide a calm and grounded presence during times of uncertainty, a rock in a stormy sea. They offer a sense of stability and perspective, drawing upon Earth's ancient knowledge to guide others through chaos. Consider Nelson Mandela, who embodied this, drawing upon ancient African philosophy to inspire a peaceful transition in South Africa, and even to forgive his oppressors, an action that manifested due to a lifetime commitment to his values. Wisdom keepers can find ways to offer a calm presence in their own communities. Innovators, those born after 1999, hold the superpower of catalytic vision and future creation. Their ability to see beyond current limitations and envision new possibilities inspires others to embrace change and create a better future, like a beacon shining in the distance. They act as catalysts for progress, sparking innovation, and challenging outdated paradigms. Think of Greta Thunberg, who embodies this power, inspiring millions to take action on climate change by envisioning a sustainable future, sparking that activism through her own example. Innovators can find ways to be forward-thinking visionaries. And what of those in between or unaffected? Their superpower is that of the harmonizing bridge and empathetic understanding. They can bridge divides and facilitate communication between different groups, fostering understanding and collaboration like a translator between different cultures. They act as empathetic listeners and skilled mediators, helping others find common ground and resolve conflicts. The Dalai Lama embodies this superpower, using his deep compassion and understanding to promote peace and reconciliation, and acting as a non-judgmental leader. Those in between can find ways to become powerful mediators in their own communities. These superpowers are interconnected and essential for the collective ascension process, as each group brings vital strength. Know that the dark forces attempt to suppress these superpowers by promoting division and fear, preventing these leaders from rising up. It is vital that you consciously embrace and embody these superpowers to create a more positive future for all. To help you unlock and leverage your superpower, we offer these actionable steps. Wisdom keepers, those born before 1999, seek out opportunities to share your wisdom and experience with others, such as mentoring, teaching, or writing, using your deep wells of information to guide those who need it most. Embrace technology as a tool for connecting with others and sharing your knowledge with a wider audience, using these digital tools to amplify your presence. Practice active listening and create safe spaces for others to share their concerns and fears, becoming trusted confidants. Intentionally act as a pillar of stability in your communities, offering guidance and support during times of change, being that steady rock for others. Help innovators build solid foundations based on historical data, sharing your knowledge of what has come before. Innovators, those born after 1999, channel your innovative energy into creative projects that align with your values and passions, building new digital art forms and methods. Seek out opportunities to collaborate with others, sharing your ideas and inspiring them to think outside the box, growing together. Develop your communication skills to effectively convey your vision and inspire others to embrace change, learning to translate your visions for others. Actively seek out those in need of inspiration and new ideas to get them out of ruts, pulling them out of stagnation. Connect with wisdom keepers to learn about patterns from the past, to avoid making historical mistakes so you don't make the same errors. Those in between, seek out opportunities to facilitate communication and understanding between diverse groups to become that translator. Develop your mediation and conflict resolution skills, creating safe spaces for dialogue and understanding, a calm space to resolve issues. Embrace your ability to see multiple perspectives and use it to create win-win solutions so that all parties can move forward. Actively seek out those who are at odds and help them understand each other's viewpoints, bridging the gap between sides. Become students of communication methods and tactics to better convey intent, learning to speak so you can be heard. We encourage you to create a superpower statement that reflects your unique strengths and how you can use them to serve others, to help understand your role in this ascension. Seek feedback from trusted sources about your superpowers and how you can best utilize them, asking others for their opinions. Emphasize the importance of celebrating your unique contributions to the world and acting as beacons of light for others, recognizing that each of you are vital for the plan. Envision a future where individuals consciously embrace and embody their superpowers, acting as beacons of light and inspiration for others. Picture enhanced collaboration, innovation, and compassion as diverse strengths are celebrated and leveraged for the collective good, each contributing their unique powers. Know that the full expression of individual superpowers is essential for the ascension of Earth, and for humanity's shift to a more benevolent species, a rising together. Project a future where communities are strengthened by the unique contributions of all members, creating a more just, sustainable, and fulfilling world for all, a society based on love. Emphasize the role of self-awareness, self-acceptance, and community support in achieving this future, a trinity of strengths. In this future, the world will heal, scars fading into the past, and humanity's focus will shift from personal gain to contributing to the whole, a transition to service and togetherness. And so we say, understanding and embracing your individual superpowers is essential for personal growth, community building, and planetary ascension. What if there was a deeper connection between these superpowers and the starseed lineages from which you originate? In our next message, we will explore how your starseed lineages connect to these superpowers and DNA activations to show you just how powerfully interconnected you all truly are. Ground crew, we trust that our words have illuminated the diverse tapestry of DNA activations, the life challenges that mold you, the extraordinary gifts you bring, and even the inherent superpowers lying dormant within. Know that our commitment to you remains steadfast. We are here to provide not just esoteric knowledge, but actionable steps that will lead you towards deeper self-discovery and empowerment on your path of ascension. Today, we will connect these previously discussed attributes to specific starseed lineages to bring clarity to your individual origins and your magnificent purpose. Many starseeds are drawn to the concept of their origin, but even after understanding their inherent gifts, face issues truly understanding where I and Y fit in. You may feel a resonance with a particular starseed lineage, feeling that your soul remembers this place, but perhaps you do not understand why or how these lineages connect to your unique gifts, leading to confusion, feeling misaligned, or that you are somehow an imposter. This is an opportunity beloved ones, to understand these lineage connections and gain clarity about your individual purpose, to unlock your potential contribution to planetary ascension. Recognize that your yearning to understand your lineage is not mere curiosity, but a deep calling from your soul, a homing beacon drawing you closer to your truth. It is a call to fully step into your power and embrace the role you were born to play. Know that by understanding your lineage affiliations, you can feel more connected and empowered, like a piece of a grand cosmic puzzle finally falling into place, completing a part of the greater picture. We Pleiadians offer you insights into the correlations between the DNA activation groups that we have discussed and specific starseed lineages. Each lineage carries its own unique energetic imprint, shaped by its history, its home world, and its specific contribution to the evolution of the galaxy. These imprints influence the way your DNA activates, shaping your predispositions, your challenges, and your unique gifts. For example, the Lyran lineage often resonates with wisdom keepers, those born before 1999. These individuals possess a profound connection to ancient Earth wisdom, a deep understanding of natural cycles, and a strong sense of responsibility to protect the planet. However, they may face challenges in adapting to rapidly changing technology and societal norms. Their superpower is grounded guidance and embodied wisdom, serving as anchors of stability in a world that is constantly shifting. Consider individuals drawn to traditional healing practices, ancient philosophies, and environmental activism. They often embody Lyran traits. On the other hand, the Sirian lineage often resonates with innovators, those born after 1999. They are linked to innovation, futuristic technologies, and social change, naturally envisioning new systems and technologies that benefit humanity. Their superpower is catalytic vision and future creation, the ability to spark innovation and inspire others to embrace change. A young entrepreneur developing sustainable technologies or a social activist using digital platforms to create global movements often embodies Sirian traits. The Arcturian lineage, on the other hand, often resonates with those in between or unaffected. These individuals are deeply connected to advanced technologies and spiritual wisdom and possess a gift for problem solving. Their superpower is that of the harmonizing bridge, the ability to connect with diverse groups. Remember, beloved ones, these are not rigid categories, but energetic tendencies. So how do you explore your own starseed lineage connections and integrate them into your life? We provide you with the following actionable steps. First, begin with lineage exploration meditations. Find guided meditations specifically designed to connect with the energies of different starseed lineages, allowing yourself to feel the resonance and receive intuitive guidance. There are many examples readily available on your internet, which will help you go deeper. Next, engage in research and study. Devote time to researching different starseed lineages, learning about their history, attributes, and contributions to the galaxy, deepening your understanding. Trust your intuition and pay attention to synchronicities that may point you towards your lineage connections, signs from the universe guiding you on your path. Connect with like-minded individuals who resonate with the same lineages, creating supportive communities for sharing, growth, and mutual support, finding others who share your origins. Consciously cultivate and express the gifts associated with your lineage, contributing your unique talents to the world, using your skills to make your own mark. If you identify with the Lyran lineage, for example, consider sharing your wisdom through teaching or mentoring. If you identify with the Sirian lineage, channel your innovative energy into creating new technologies or social systems. Seek opportunities to collaborate with those of your opposite lineage, as their strengths balance out your weaknesses. For example, a Lyran wisdom keeper can partner with a Sirian innovator to create sustainable technologies rooted in ancient knowledge, an alliance that balances the best of both worlds. Remember that the destination is not to perfectly represent any one group, but rather to embrace and integrate your heritage, finding that balance. Envision a future where individuals are living in alignment with their starseed lineage connections, fully embracing their unique gifts and contributing to the collective ascension process. Imagine enhanced collaboration, understanding, and harmony as diverse lineages work together to create a more just, sustainable, and fulfilling world, each contributing their individual piece to the tapestry of life. Understand that this future is not predetermined, but rather co-created by your individual choices and collective actions, a weaving together of intent. Picture humanity being recognized as a multidimensional civilization with a rich and diverse starseed heritage, a meeting of all worlds. The time is coming when all starseeds will be recognized for what they are. This future will come about as humanity remembers its heritage, unlocking new powers and abilities that will transform your world, enabling abilities that would otherwise be impossible. And so we say, understanding starseed lineage connections is essential for DNA activation, self-discovery, and planetary ascension. But what about the potential negative aspects of each lineage? In our next message, we will explore how to balance the positive and negative aspects of each lineage to better hone yourself for the ascension that lies ahead. And so we say, we continue our exploration of starseed lineages, their unique connection to your DNA activations, the life challenges you face, and the extraordinary gifts that lie dormant within. Remember that our intention is to facilitate a deeper understanding of yourselves, to empower you on your journey of ascension. In this message, we will specifically address how to balance the positive and negative aspects within each starseed lineage. Every starseed lineage, beloved ones, possesses both light and shadow aspects. No lineage exists purely in the realm of positivity, nor is any inherently negative. Yet, many individuals tend to over-identify with the positive traits of their lineage, consciously or unconsciously neglecting or suppressing the negative aspects. This imbalance leads to denial, unrealized potential, and ultimately, a false or incomplete picture of the self. Understand that there is a great opportunity for the conscious integration of both the light and shadow aspects, which is the key to unlocking greater wholeness, authenticity, and a far more balanced expression of your lineage gifts. Recognize the human tendency to avoid that which is deemed negative, to shy away from unpleasant truths and focus solely on the positive, for we have observed this tendency for millennia. Understand, however, that this imbalance ultimately limits your power, restricts your potential, and diminishes your capacity for positive contribution. We Pleiadians offer our insights into the specific positive and negative aspects of some of the most prominent starseed lineages among you. Observe how these aspects manifest in your world and how they connect to your DNA activations, processing styles, behaviors, life challenges, and gifts. Take, for instance, the Lyran lineage. Those connected to Lyra often possess grounded wisdom, a deep connection to nature, and unwavering strength. However, they may also exhibit resistance to change, stubbornness, and a tendency to cling to the past, becoming overly rigid in their thinking. Consider a Lyran who is a passionate advocate for environmental protection, yet dismisses new technologies as inherently harmful, thus limiting their effectiveness and reach. Can you see how this resistance to change hinders their potential? Similarly, they might have difficulty letting go of past relationships, even if those relationships are no longer serving them, and tend to suffer from old injuries, both physical and emotional, for far too long. The Pleiadian lineage, on the other hand, often embodies compassion, emotional healing, and strong communication skills. But they also may struggle with emotional overwhelm, codependency, and difficulty setting boundaries, often avoiding conflict at all costs. Consider a Pleiadian healer who gives endlessly to others, neglecting their own needs and becoming drained and resentful. They might also struggle to assert themselves in relationships, leading to being taken advantage of by others. They must always be reminded to heal themselves first, before attempting to heal others. The Arcturian lineage often embodies advanced problem-solving skills, spiritual wisdom, and technological aptitude. However, they may also struggle with detachment, intellectualization, and difficulty connecting with their emotions, appearing cold or lacking empathy. Consider an Arcturian scientist who is brilliant at solving complex problems, but struggles to connect with others on an emotional level, often coming across as aloof or arrogant. They may also have trouble understanding the importance of human connection and emotional vulnerability. Finally, the Sirian lineage often embodies innovation, visionary thinking, and a passion for social change. However, they may also exhibit impatience, restlessness, and a tendency to be impulsive and scattered, often disregarding practical considerations. Consider a Sirian entrepreneur who is full of brilliant ideas but struggles to follow through on them, constantly jumping from one project to the next, and often disregarding the wisdom of the past in their haste to create something new. Know that the so-called dark forces are adept at exploiting these imbalances, amplifying the negative traits and hindering the expression of the positive ones. Therefore, we emphasize that acknowledging and integrating these shadow aspects is absolutely essential for achieving wholeness and empowerment. Each lineage carries predictable shadow sides, and these shadow sides must be accounted for if you are to rise to your full potential. And so, we offer actionable steps for each lineage to consciously integrate their positive and negative aspects. For the Lyran lineage, we suggest intentionally seeking out new experiences and perspectives, actively challenging their resistance to change. Practice flexibility and open-mindedness, intentionally listening to the ideas of innovators, even when they seem radical or unfamiliar. For the Pleiadian lineage, develop healthy boundaries and assertiveness skills. Practice self-care, prioritizing your own needs without guilt. Learn to say no without feeling obligated to overextend yourself. Intentionally engage in activities that strengthen your sense of self-worth and independence. Actively learn the value of tough love, understanding that sometimes the most compassionate action is to set firm limits. For the Arcturian lineage, cultivate emotional intelligence and empathy. Practice connecting with your feelings and expressing them in healthy ways. Seek out opportunities to connect with others on a deeper level, engaging in activities that foster emotional vulnerability and intimacy. Specifically, learn to practice compassion and understanding, putting yourself in others' shoes. For the Sirian lineage, develop patience and perseverance. Learn to ground your energy and focus on long-term goals, avoiding the temptation to constantly jump from one project to the next. Seek guidance from those with experience and wisdom, drawing upon the knowledge of the past to inform your innovations. Intentionally implement systems to better harness your creative energy, developing routines and structures that support sustained effort. We also suggest specific shadow work exercises for each lineage, such as journaling, meditation, or working with a therapist skilled in shadow integration techniques. Remember the importance of self-compassion and forgiveness in this process. Refrain from judging yourself harshly for your negative traits, and instead, reframe them as potential strengths or valuable lessons to be learned. Ultimately, we encourage you to actively seek balance rather than perfection, for it is in the dance between light and shadow that true wholeness is found. Envision a future where individuals have successfully integrated both the light and shadow aspects of their starseed lineages, leading to unprecedented wholeness, authenticity, and empowerment. Imagine enhanced understanding, compassion, and collaboration as individuals embrace their full potential, working together harmoniously to create a better world for all. We see this integration as essential for personal growth, community building, and planetary ascension. Picture a future where humanity is recognized as a wise and balanced civilization, capable of navigating complex challenges with grace and resilience. Emphasize the role of self-acceptance, compassion, and understanding in achieving this future. We look forward to a time when the so-called negative traits are no longer sources of shame or fear, but rather valuable aspects of a complete and integrated self. Thus, we stand alongside you in this pivotal moment of collective evolution, poised to unlock your full potential. Embrace the journey of integration, beloved ones, for this is the key that will allow humanity to finally realize its potential. Now, let us turn our attention to how to work with these integrated energies to create positive change. What does it really mean to work with this new integration, and how can you start today? As we draw to a close in today's message, dear starseeds, We acknowledge the complex journey you have undertaken in understanding your DNA activation and its profound connection to the intricate tapestry of human experience, starseed lineages, and galactic heritage. Know that it has always been our intention to provide you with clarity, guidance, and empowerment, assisting you as you continue your paths of ascension and integration. Now, let us consolidate these insights, weaving together the threads of understanding we have shared. Throughout this message, we have explored the fascinating nuances of DNA activation, particularly the differences between those born before and after 1999, noting that these differences do not diminish either group. We have also examined the unique challenges and extraordinary gifts associated with each group, and how these differences often correspond to various starseed lineages and their energetic signatures. It is vital that you see all of these as facets of a single, brilliant gem, each reflecting a unique ray of light. Think of your individual journey as a unique instrument in a grand orchestra, one far greater than the sum of its parts. Each instrument, representing each individual, possesses its own distinct sound, shaped by their DNA activation, and plays its own unique melody, reflecting the gifts and challenges they are destined to experience. Yet, all these individual sounds and melodies contribute to the overall symphony of planetary ascension, and so, as with every piece in this grand collection, every instrument and note are required to create the whole. Remember when we talked about the specific challenges of each lineage, from the Lyran's resistance to change to the Sirian's impatience. These challenges are actually opportunities to unlock your unique gifts and contribute to the collective good, transforming potential weaknesses into potent strengths. Remember what you were told, that all of this is just a description of different points on the same line, and it is this line that you must traverse to find both sides within yourself. Ultimately, dear ones, this is about recognizing that we are all part of a larger cosmic family, each with a unique role to play in the evolution of consciousness and the raising of the planetary vibration. By understanding and embracing these differences in DNA activation and lineage, we can create a more harmonious and balanced world where everyone is valued and empowered to contribute their unique gifts, thereby strengthening the signal for the new Earth consciousness. Humanity's journey of DNA activation, from dormancy to awakening, is not an isolated event, but rather a crucial chapter in a much larger historical narrative of remembering and reclaiming your divine essence. Place this process within galactic history, understanding that numerous other planets and civilizations have undergone similar phases of evolution, experiencing their own unique challenges and breakthroughs along the path to higher consciousness. Some of these civilizations chose paths of separation and destruction, while others embraced unity and harmony. Humanity now stands at a crossroads, presented with the same pivotal choice. Know that you are not alone on this journey. We, the Pleiadians, are here to support you every step of the way, offering our guidance, love, and unwavering support. You are powerful beyond measure, capable of overcoming any challenge and creating a life filled with purpose, joy, and fulfillment. Together, we can create a brighter future for ourselves and for generations to come. A future where everyone is empowered to live in alignment with their highest potential. A future where everyone can thrive, regardless of their lineage. Even those you perceive as dark forces are ultimately serving a purpose, acting as catalysts for growth and prompting you to choose love over fear. Remember that the path of shadow is just as viable as the path of light. There is no wrong or right approach to this journey, dear ones, so explore freely, trust your intuition, and allow yourself to be guided by your heart's deepest desires. Reaffirm that each listener's unique journey is perfect, even if they do not yet understand why, even if their path is filled with unexpected turns and challenges. We encourage you to explore your own energetic signature, identify your unique gifts, and embrace your role in the planetary ascension process with renewed enthusiasm and unwavering commitment. Consider how you can use your talents and abilities to create positive change in your community and in the world, starting with small acts of kindness and expanding your reach as you feel guided. You can find additional resources and support on our website, including guided meditations, lineage information, and community forums, where you can connect with other starseeds and share your experiences. Commit to spending at least 15 minutes a day connecting with your inner self, practicing gratitude, and setting positive intentions for yourself and for the planet, amplifying your energetic field. Share this message with others so that we can all better understand each other, fostering greater compassion, empathy, and collaboration, and working toward the healing of all. Remember, beloved starseeds, you are the light, you are the love, and you are the ones we've been waiting for. With all our love and blessings, we are the Pleiadian Council, and we thank you. May you use this message to find inner peace and create a positive life as you walk the path of love, light, and unity.